Okay, we're live. My name is D.W. Smith. Behind the camera, we got Jamie Warburton, and this is the Rant Bank. It's hopefully going to be a pilot to potentially a series as we go on. The basic premise: I take a subject that pisses me off, or makes me happy, makes me wet, makes me moist, makes me angry, whatever, and I rant about it. And hopefully, in the future episodes, we can get some people in and we can discuss it. They can call me a cunt or they can agree with me. I don't give a fuck either way, and it'll be fun times. The whole idea for this particular show was not to do stuff that's like totally going on in the news right now, like the election. By the time this airs, the election would have been done and dusted, so it doesn't fucking matter whether I voted Corbyn or the Wicked Witch of the Waste or whatever, Blue Kip. But or even the shit that's gone on in London and Paris and blah 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 blah. There's a concerning thing that's going on the internet at the moment, and it's growing. And I've known about this for a good year, probably longer in fairness, because I used to do a radio show on Radio Cardiff called The Rapture, and I remember discussing this when I first started doing it, and it's just been growing on the internet ever since, and it's been growing and it's just fucking mental. So, the show is called The Rant Bank, and I'm going to rant about something that some of you might know about, some of you might not know about, but if you do know, or if you know me and seen me ranting on Facebook, you'll know that I've been kind of ranting, other than my things against religion, I've been ranting and arguing with a bunch of people who believe the earth is flat. Yeah, there are people who believe the earth is flat. The flat earthers. You've got like the Flat Earth Society, you've got just people who believe the earth is flat. You've got this guy on Facebook called Eric Dubay. He doesn't believe in dinosaurs, he believes the earth's flat. He literally pushes this flat earth thing to sell books. That's the only reason why he does it. But people, he's like a messiah, a flat earth messiah. A flat tire. He's a flat tire. But anyway, yeah. My rant today is about flat earth, or flat earthers, or the flat earth conspiracy. Effectively, it's a conspiracy that the establishment, which generally is NASA according to them, and I'll go into that in a minute, but the establishment is hiding that the earth is flat from us all. It's just fucking crazy. So I'm gonna run through a few things that they believe. I'm not a scientist. I'm not gonna drop some science for you. I'm not gonna get fucking Albert Einstein and start doing fucking experiments to show you that the earth is not flat. You can see for yourself the earth is not flat, and I'll explain certain things as we go along. But yeah. I'm just gonna start with a couple of things that they believe. Obviously, the first thing is they believe the earth is fucking flat. And I totally believe that a flat earther has no concept of size. They just, the fact that we're on the big fucking globe, big sphere, and they can just point a camera out and it looks flat, and you can fly up in the aeroplane and it still looks flat. It blows their mind that miles and miles and miles up you can see the curvature of the earth. It blows them. The type of dudes that tell their girlfriends that 4 inches is the biggest dick in the world. Definitely. Oh, yeah, that's fucking huge, mate. Don't touch a side, love. So yeah, they believe the earth is flat. They don't believe in gravity. Have you heard this one? They don't believe in gravity. Because the way gravity works is, if something's over a certain mass, it crushes from every single angle, therefore turns things round and ball-like and stuff. You can't have gravity on a flat earth because it would just literally crush the flat earth back into a sphere. So they don't believe in gravity. The way they get around that is that gravity doesn't exist, but everything is dense. It's all density. So the reason why I don't float up to the sky is because I'm denser than the air that's around me. The problem is with density is that if I jump out of a fucking plane, if it was just based on density, I would fall potentially at the same speed. Gravity means that I would get faster the closer I get to the ground, and my fucking body would just be splattered everywhere. But there we go, density. They don't believe in space. No space. No space, mate. They don't believe in fucking space. They believe that there's a dome around this flat Earth, and I'm just dropped the mixer thing. They believe a dome around this flat Earth. They believe that the sun and the moon is like a couple of thousand miles up, and they circle the flat Earth, and there's a dome, and they can't explain asteroids, and they can't explain stars, and they're just lights in a filament and all this type of shit. What I love is the Game of Thrones shit they bring into it. They believe, because there's no North and South Pole, there's a pole in the middle apparently, but obviously there wouldn't be a South Pole because it's not a globe. So they believe the South Pole is actually a wall of ice, like in Game of Thrones, that just fucking surrounds this flat Earth. And the government, or they, because conspiracy theories love to use the word they for everything, cunts, and they believe that they are protecting this wall, and nobody can approach this wall, and they've even bred fucking killer penguins and all this type of shit that they eat, or they arm with fucking missiles. Don't ever call David Attenborough a liar. He's fucking been there. He's been to the fucking South Pole. David motherfucking Attenborough, he's a legend. He's been to the fucking South Pole, you bunch of... They love Nikon cameras. I never knew this was a thing. Nikon cameras, they love them. So basically, one of the arguments that you can use against a flat earther is like, oh, there's a boat over there, and if the world is not a sphere, it disappears over the horizon. How the fuck does it disappear over the horizon? Anyway, flat earthers love this Nikon camera. Apparently, it's got like the best zoom in. Is this right, Jamie? You like cameras? You sleep with cameras? Is this, yeah? You love them.
It's right, yeah.
It is right. So what they do is they'll sit somewhere higher than the floor, and then they'll zoom in on a boat that hasn't quite hit the horizon. But because you can zoom in all the way, their argument is that you could effectively zoom in on a boat that's miles and miles and miles away because there's no horizon. The earth is flat, and you can just keep zooming. And if the zoom was powerful enough, you could prove that this boat isn't disappearing over the horizon, shit like that. Fuck off. No evolution. Flat earthers, unfortunately, believe in like a god, generally the Jewish, Christian, Islamic god. But they're more kind of like the people who believe that the earth is only like 6,000 years old, and so they don't believe in evolution. They believe that's a lie. They don't believe in dinosaurs. They believe that's a lie. Dinosaurs! Fucking dinosaurs! Right. I watched a couple of videos on this fucking shit. Dinosaurs, you motherfuckers. You're picking on the first David Attenborough, now the fucking dinosaurs. Right. They believe that dinosaurs were created so that big museums could make money. I want to find out who is paid to go into a fucking museum in their life. Every museum I've been in is fucking free. There's a little thing that you can leave some money in if you want to, but I've never paid to go in a fucking museum. That's just flawed straight away. It's just fucking flawed straight away. So yeah, they don't believe in dinosaurs. I fucking love dinosaurs. The first Jurassic Park film was amazing. Cunts. I had an argument with a flat earther about the asteroid thing that I mentioned just now, and I said, well, how do you explain asteroids then? You know, how do you explain it? Like, they fucking fall out of the sky and destroy people's cars. Like, how the fuck do you explain it? Oh, but did they really fall from the sky? This one guy said to me. It was like, what the fuck do you mean? How do you know they weren't launched from the floor? I know you don't believe in dinosaurs, but like, how do you explain like the fucking big crater in Arizona? How the fuck was that launched from the fucking floor? So these are the people you got to deal with. So they're the list of kind of the main things that these motherfuckers believe in. And I'm not saying they're stupid. I'm not saying they're dickheads. I'm not saying they're cunts. But they are stupid, they are dickheads, and they are cunts. It's as simple as that. Mainly because they can't construct a decent argument. And it's one of the reasons why I thought, like, I need to film shit. I can't be typing shit anymore. I need stuff filmed. Because there's only so many times I can argue with somebody where if I ask them a question, they reply with a meme, or they reply with a YouTube video that is made by another flat earther. And if you're going to do research on stuff, say I wanted to know, I don't know, whether a green apple or a red apple, which one was better. I kind of like green apples better than red apples, but I've got to find out. You know, there's all these people talking about red apples. Red apples are the norm. Everyone fucking loves red apples, but I kind of like green apples. I'm not going to go to a green apple manufacturer and ask them if their apples are better and then be like, yep, I know they're better. It doesn't work like that. You've got to go from an unbiased point of view. You've got to look at both. I've got to stick both apples in my mouth and play around with my apples. You get a fucking point. So yeah, like unbiased point of views. Right, okay. So basically, the whole idea, and it has been around for a long time, religions believe in flat earth, blah, 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 blah. But the whole idea that is the current model of flat earth believers came from a dude. He was a writer called Samuel Rowbotham, if that's how you pronounce it, 1816 to 1885. And he decided, and he was very religious, by the way, I have to chuck that in, like he's a proper Christian, didn't believe in evolution, blah, 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 blah. And he decided that the earth was flat, and he agreed that the earth was flat, and he did some kind of experiment called the Bedford level experiment, and that experiment proved to him that the earth was flat. He had a radio show then, and he broadcast all this shit about the earth being flat, and then a number of different scientists then tried to recreate this experiment he did, and it was full of flaws, flat flaws. It was full of flaws, and it was basically a load of bullshit. So, but this is what the main premise is based on. Bullshit. It's just based on bullshit. It's just based on absolute bullshit. I chuck a few things in arguments with these flat earth twats. Can I call them flat earth twats? Flat twats. Flat twats. Flat tops. Flat twats. I'm surprised they don't rock a flat top. Some tram lines straight as fuck. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the horizon. There is no horizon. There is no horizon! Like, there is no horizon. But, yeah, so basically, I've given you the list of things they believe. It's a flat earth. It's like a plate. Some people believe it's more like a kind of bowl. What's the, when you do bets and you throw the bowl in the...
roulette table.
Roulette table. It's like a roulette table in like a big square block. So it's kind of slightly dipped and then goes up slightly in the middle. Some people believe that. Some people just believe it's completely flat. And of course, the sun and the moon is just circling this disc, which obviously throws up a number of different fucking issues. One of the main issues, which I ask these bastards this all the time, and they can never answer it. There are places in the Arctic Circle that have 30 days of day and 30 days of night because of the tilt, the axis of the planets. So the sun's further away, and the sun's not just it's not reaching them for 30 days, and then it is reaching them for 30 days. How the fuck do you explain that on a fucking plate with a sun and a sun and a moon circling? You can't. There's no way. Unless the sun just chills over there for 30 days and then comes back again. It's not going to happen because then other places haven't got sun. So that's one fucking flaw that these motherfuckers can never answer. And the other thing as well is, like, the amount of people that it would take to cover up this shit. The amount of people, because I touched on it, like, very, very gingerly. Like, I sometimes, like, kind of touch on my girlfriend gingerly. Is she up for it? Ooh, there's a bit of wetness. Yeah, I'm in. Kind of touched on it gingerly a little bit. They literally hate NASA. They've got this angry boner for NASA, like the most angry, veiny, pulsating boner for NASA. They don't know whether to fuck NASA or just beat them with their cocks. Just, I hate you, fucking hate you, fucking NASA. They believe that NASA fake dinosaurs, and they believe NASA fake all the pictures that are on the internet and all the pictures they put out, and like all the pictures of the Earth that they've done, and like all the moon landings are all fake. The moon landings, I don't believe are fake, but I understand the conspiracy. There's logic behind the conspiracy. I understand that, but then you've got to look at the evidence and then realise, well, yeah, but that's another thing. They believe everything's fake, so then you argue with them and you're saying, okay, NASA's like America, yeah, fair enough. If you look at them like Americans are not cunts, not all of them anyway. That fucking fat ginger hamster head dude that's running your country, he's a fucking big fat cunt. But other Americans are cool as fuck. But they hate NASA, they absolutely hate it. There's even a video where some dude who, in the videos, they say that he works for NASA. Some guy goes up to him, just literally straight, just fucking argues with this guy. He's like harassing this guy. All he wants is his fucking Starbucks. He's just quivering mess. He needs his fucking caffeine. And this guy's just like ripping into him. But yeah. So you argue with these people. Oh, NASA's fake. Everything's fake. Science, space. Science is fake. And then you're like, well, what about like the European Space Agency? What about, like, the Chinese and Japanese Space Agency? What about the Russian Space Agency? Russians do not like America. Do you know what I mean? They, like, apparently beat them to the moon and all this type. They put Sputnik up there, and Sputnik's like, yes, we're amazing. Russia's amazing. And America were like, fuck you, we're going to the moon, bitches. Russia have got every reason to turn around and say, do you know what, space is fake, America are liars, America are cunts, we're telling you the truth, we're amazing, Sputnik was a lie, but we did that to test the Americans and all this type of shit, but they don't, because they know space is real, and they know the planet is not a flat disc floating around. Or the Chinese wanted to work with NASA, and NASA were just like, fuck you. The Chinese got every reason just to be like, okay, we got all the money, we make good fucking stuff, we're gonna, like, launch a fucking rocket up into oh shit, there's no space, it hit the fucking dome, oh, these Americans are fucking liars, everyone's lying to you. No. But it doesn't just mean that it's those guys covering up. Every pilot that's ever piloted a plane would need to know that the Earth is flat, because if they didn't, they wouldn't be able to pilot a plane. Every company that makes an aeroplane or skyscrapers, or anything to do with an industry that, guns, for instance, sights on guns, they use the curvature of the Earth to, you know, shoot guns and shit like that. We touched on I didn't touch on David Attenborough. I didn't touch on David Attenborough. No, I wouldn't. He's too old. I wouldn't, I'm joking. David Attenborough, every fucking documentary, every film crew that has ever gone to the Antarctic would have to be a liar and cover it up. Every government on the entire planet would have to lie and cover it up. Do you understand how fucking stupid this is? It's just fucking ridiculous. It is absolutely fucking ridiculous. So my kind of rant, I think I've stayed quite calm. I think I have, man. Yeah, I think I stayed quite calm. Flat Earth. I don't know what else to say, really. If you truly believe the Earth is flat, like, give me some actual evidence that is not made by a flat earther on YouTube or in the form of a meme. I hardly post memes anyway. I hardly do. But when it comes to flat Earth, I just want to cut myself. Just, like, come on. With the meme, I want to print it out and just paper cut the shit out of myself. Ah! Fuck you! With this flat piece of paper. Curl it up into a ball and hit myself. Ah! Yeah, it's just fucking crazy. So yeah, so that was my rant about flat Earth. It went on for, I think, less time than I thought it was going to go on for, in fairness. I would go on and talk about the elections. I'm not going to rant about the elections. I'm voting Jeremy Corbyn. It's the first general election I've ever voted in, and by the time you watch this video, like I said to you at the beginning of it, it'll all be done and dusted, and we'll know whether it's Blue Kip or fucking Corbyn that's won. Maybe a coalition, who knows? But, you know, I'm not going to tell people to vote. You would have already voted or not voted by the time you see this video anyway, but I think, like, people who didn't vote, I think, you know, you should have. Because, for once, we've got a dude that actually doesn't lie. And actually wants to do shit to maybe change this country. And if he fails miserably, we all know the system's fucked. We knew it's fucked anyway. You got this dude who could potentially unfuck it, kind of like pull his dick out a little bit, maybe just like touch the sides a little. He's going to have to do. He's going to fuck up slightly. Maybe he just wants to put his balls in and let his dick flop around free. And he'll film me like, oh, I'm free. My dick's free. I'm not fucking anyone. Theresa May, though, she's going to pull out a fucking 10-incher and just fuck us all up the arse, isn't she? In the armpits, in the nose, in the mouth. Everywhere. Especially our wallets and our houses and our kids. She's going to fuck our kids. Evil bitch. Yeah, so I'm not going to rant about our shit. Flat Earth was the main thing. I'm hoping that we're going to continue with the series of the Rant Bank. Like I said at the beginning of the show, get some people in. Like I said, call me a cunt, not call me a cunt, agree with me, don't agree with me. Maybe next time get drunk or stoned while we do it, and a conversation will flow even better then. And yeah, happy days. But for now, this was the Rant Bank. My name's DW Smith. Jamie Warburton. I was going to call you Jeremy Warburton then. Jamie Warburton behind the camera, Full House Media. The Rant Bank. Peace.